2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you all the action. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Doris Burke. And we've got David Aldridge on the sideline. We're in Toronto for some Raptors basketball. The home crowd is ready to go. And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, guys, when DeMar DeRozan hit free agency in the summer of 2016, not only did he not meet with any other team than the Raptors, he didn't want to meet with any other team. He said, "I am Toronto. Outside of where I'm from, I represent this city harder than anybody. Toronto is all I've known. I came in at 19, and I've treated it like home ever since then." Kevin?
And DeRozan is so important to this Raptors team, D.A. I'm sure they're glad he's sticking around for the long haul. Doris, two terrific defenses going at it tonight. Most people expect a low-scoring contest. How do you go about getting points in a game like this?
Well, against high-caliber defenses, one thing you have to do is be patient, work your offense into the second and third options, but most importantly, Kev, you've got to take care of that rock.
And it's going to be the Spurs off the tip. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the floor for San Antonio, Parker and Green are the guard set. Aldridge is at the 4 with Gasol at the 5. And it's Anderson in at the 3 slot. And he gets it to go. Gasol's got the game going here with the first basket for the Spurs.
And the defense can only do so much. Gasol knows he can get his shot up over anyone in this league.
Back to DeRozan. Outside Lowry. Kicks it to Valanciunas. 6 to shoot. You can't hit that time. Aldridge with some nice D. There's Green with the 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Lowry up top, covered by Parker. Lowry kicks to DeRozan. And it's Gasol with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Anunoby passes to DeRozan. Ibaka sets the pick for DeRozan. He kicks to Valanciunas. Pass to Ibaka. Screen by Ibaka. Here's Anunoby. The teardrop falls in.
Well, I'll tell you, it takes a lot of confidence to go with the floater. That is not as easy as it looks.
Parker kicks to Anderson. Gasol, a screen on Lowry. To the paint and out of bounds as Toronto gains possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
The Raptors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Valanciunas with a screen on Green. Screen by Ibaka. Outside Lowry. He feeds it to Valanciunas. Shot clock at 5. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
Boy, that's exactly how you have to play defense when he's driving the lane. You cannot give him any space.
Gasol setting the pick for Parker. Outside Gasol. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Gasol's got 5 points so far.
And I really like to see Gasol go up with the shot immediately after getting the pass. Shows how much confidence he has in himself.
Here's Anunoby. And stolen by Aldridge. Lowry against Parker. Dishes to Green. Back to Parker. Aldridge with a screen on Ibaka. Parker passes to Aldridge. And Aldridge slams it in.
Yeah, the assist by Parker, just brilliant. Really seeing his teammates out there.
It's stolen by Green. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Aldridge a screen. Parker dishes to Aldridge. Right through the D for the layup. Aldridge has got his second basket of the game.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
And DeRozan kicks to Lowry. Now the dish to Valanciunas. Ibaka with a screen on Parker. Ibaka outside to end the run. Good on the triple.
Nice to see that Ibaka has added the three-point shot to his arsenal. You have now got to get a hand up on him when he's beyond the arc.
And what a terrific fan base for the Raptors. Third highest attendance in the league.
Well, visiting players will talk about how loud they get, Kev. And think about it, even on the road, a lot of the Raptors fans will make their presence felt.
Now here's Green. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Now Lowry. At the elbow, it's Ibaka. Lowry against Parker. Outside DeRozan. Just 5 to shoot. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Green kicks to Aldridge. Gasol a screen. Aldridge the pass to Parker. From deep. The Spurs getting another chance here. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And LaMarcus Aldridge really possesses tremendous shooting touch when you consider this guy's basically a 7-footer. And he's increasing that range. Last season, up over 40% from 3.
First free throw is good. And Aldridge doesn't shoot a ton of threes, yet he still earns his keep in that mid-range.
Yeah, on that left block, back to the basket. And with his size, that turnaround, Jay, is just about unstoppable.
Both free throws good from Aldridge.
And the Spurs last season, how about setting the all-time record for consecutive winning seasons with 20? This is a group that's won 50 or more games in every one of those seasons, except the strike-shortened one in '99.
Ibaka, no luck.
Affecting the shot in a big way there. Excellent defense.
Well, you talk about getting into the space of the shooter. This is how you defend the paint.
And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Passes it to Valanciunas. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
Well, doesn't allow himself to be rattled in the least by the aggressive defense. Jonas Valanciunas shows his strength and composure to power up and through.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And with an 86% free throw average, you can count on him to come through on most trips.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
The free throw drops for Valanciunas. And Greg, for the Spurs, they're so competitive. It's inevitable. They just win year after year.
Yeah, but that big three of Duncan, Parker, and Ginobili, the all-time winningest trio in the history of our league, had a lot to do with it. And as that era comes to an end, they're doing a terrific job of just picking up new star talent without skipping a beat.
Boy, Kyle Lowry can be so creative sometimes. You think the window's too tight, but he finds a way.
With the teardrop. Green against DeRozan. Gasol dishes to Green. 5 on the clock. Offensive rebound. The shot's good from Gasol. Gasol's got 7.
And really, Gasol just never stops attacking the boards, just utterly relentless at pounding the glass.
Now here's Valanciunas. Here's DeRozan, and the Raptors tack on 2 more.
Wow, what a crafty player. Gets it done any way he has to.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
And Pau Gasol, one of the most skilled 7-footers this league has ever seen. Whether it's the low post, high post, flaring off picks, you want the ball in his hands.
A different look now for San Antonio. DeJounte Murray comes in for Danny Green. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. Feeds it to Mills. Lets it go from deep. He doesn't hit that one. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. And Pau Gasol, a very good perimeter shooter, starting to stretch his range out beyond that three-point arc.
Yeah, his face-up game is becoming more and more prominent. Working from that elbow, he's become more of a triple threat. He can shoot it, drive it, and pass at a high level.
2 on the clock. Anunoby. A rebound by the Spurs. Mills with it. Pass to Murray. Aldridge a screen. Back to Mills from outside the arc. Valanciunas grabs the board. Valanciunas has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And finished off by DeRozan.
Just terrific communication between teammates. DeRozan times his leap to perfection, and the pass was perfect.
It was beautiful the first time, but Under Armour showing us the replay of that tremendous alley-oop again. Another unleash chaos moment. Wide open look here for Murray. Hits it from 3-point range. And the Spurs lead by 4. Raptors have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. Doris, it's been said that you started playing basketball in the 2nd grade. How did your love of this sport become so evident so early?
Yeah, you know, I moved to the Jersey Shore when I was 7 years old. There was a park right next door. And, you know, I'm the last of 8 kids. My family didn't have a ton of money, but boy, all I needed was a rim and a basketball, and I could spend 6, 7, 8 hours. My mother used to call me back in from the park to have lunch or dinner. I just spent my entire childhood on the hard court next door dribbling away.
Were you naturally good at it, or did you feel like you had to work at it, or did you just feel like I got a knack for this?
No, I think, you know, obviously when you play the game from 7 years old, you pick up on a lot of the nuance, and as in anything, you have to work hard at something to be good at it. And
right.
It didn't feel like work because I love basketball.
It shows even now. Here's Wright following the 3-pointer by San Antonio. And the pass to Anunoby. To the paint. Wants to get it to DeRozan, and does. And the shot goes down.
I think I can make the case that DeMar DeRozan finishes through contact like a big man. This guy is tremendous at end-one opportunities.
And DeMar DeRozan, a multiple All-Star, last season a career high for him in scoring.
Yeah, this guy has become dominant on the offensive end. If you want to nitpick his game, you could say he could be a better defender. And certainly, with his ability to rebound, his athleticism, I think he's just scratching the surface on that end.
1 shot.
And DeRozan signing a big contract extension to stay in Toronto, Doris, the summer of 2016.
Right, Kev. When he did that, it was the second largest contract in league history. And the guy didn't even take an interview with another organization. He said, I am Toronto.
Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. The Spurs shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
I think you'd have to say this about Coach Dwayne Casey. He is very consistent with his approach. The players know what he expects, and hard work is always at the top of that list.
Now here's Mills. Bertans kicks to Murray. Shoots over DeRozan. DeRozan with the rebound.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
And Doris, as consistent as Casey is, flexibility is also an asset for a head coach, isn't it?
Well, I think it certainly can be, Kev. And you see Dwayne Casey starting to experiment a bit more, trusting the younger players, in-game adjustments. Obviously, trying different combinations is important, especially in the playoffs.
Here's Mills. The Raptors getting the bucket. There's the feed to Gasol. Now here's Mills, guarded by Wright. Jacks up a three. Mills can't hit.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Wright outside. Here's the screen. Pass to Siakam. He dishes it to DeRozan. It's stolen by DeRozan. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
Wow, that's really good work inside from DeMar DeRozan. You know, he knows how to get position where a defender is almost forced to foul him.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
And that 82% free throw percentage this season must have him feeling pretty good about himself at the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one drops. He ties it up.
Well, the Raptors have been a top-tier team in the East. There's no question about it. You think back to 2014, maybe a rebuild. They trade away Rudy Gay. Kyle Lowry, there was some talk of him going to the Knicks. That falls through. All of a sudden, the team starts winning, and they haven't looked back.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. And you talk about the Raptors front office, very progressive and very aggressive. Doris, they're willing to take a risk in pursuit of a title.
Well, they have excellent leadership at the top, and it's a group that prioritizes winning. They are willing to be aggressive in the acquisition of talent, and they are always in search of pieces that will improve their roster.
Shots good by Mills.
Boy, I'll tell you, it takes a lot of confidence to go with the floater. That is not as easy as it looks.
Miles, the pass to DeRozan. Kicks it to Lowry. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. DeRozan with it. Now guarded by Murray. And they double up DeRozan. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by DeRozan.
Well, he just gets ahead of himself and throws it away, right? You've got to have better focus than that.
San Antonio leading. Up top, Mills. Now recovering. Now here's Mills. He's guarded closely. Aldridge a screen. Mills dishes to Aldridge. He got right to the cup using that screen. Aldridge has got 8 points.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
To the middle. Now here is Pirtle. Defense right on him. Misses from close range.
And it's not easy to get those stops at the rim, but he does a great job with it.
Yeah, he can make it look simple on the interior when it's really not. He knew exactly how to guard on the inside.
And it goes down 2 points. And it's a 5-point Spurs lead.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
LaMarcus Aldridge has been on display for San Antonio. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We come back right after this. And Serge Ibaka, known for his shooting ability now, he talked about the confidence his teammates and his coach instilled in him.
He trusts you. Every time he passes the ball, when you don't shoot, he's screaming you, shoot ball. Then next time what? You will shoot. And if you miss, you say, yeah, good shot. You know, and your coaches in the practice talking to your teammates. Man, when Serge is open, give him the ball. He will make that shot.
Well, if you wonder how much difference a coach can make for a player, there it is, huh?
You heard it in Serge's voice, too. That confidence has already been planted in him. That voice telling him, shoot the ball, is now in his own head. He's going to be just fine.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
I love the fact that they're getting so many of their points at the rim. Just a solid first period.
Well, Greg, playing bully basketball on the block. Every opportunity they've wanted at the rack, they've got it.
Ibaka is the 4, and Valanciunas in the middle. Wright is out there with Lowry, and it's Powell in at the small forward. That's the group for Toronto to start the second quarter. Raptors trail by 5. Lowry with the ball. He's picked up by Parker, and Ibaka kicks to Lowry. Ibaka sets the pick for Lowry. Back to Ibaka. Shot from 12. And he gets it to go. Ibaka's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Raptors. Parker passes to Bertans. He kicks it to Green. Good on the triple. Green's got 5 points so far.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
And Wright kicks to Lowry. Screened by Ibaka. Down low. Here's Valanciunas. And it's sent back by Aldridge. They retain possession. Spurs leading by 6. Parker outside. He feeds it to Green. Aldridge a screen. Inside. It's stolen by Valanciunas. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Wright outside. Screened by Ibaka. Wright outside. Clock at 4. Ibaka with the screen on Green. Wright from outside. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Back to Parker, and it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
Well, that's just taking your eyes off the target before releasing the pass. Very careless.
San Antonio making a switch here. Forbes checked in. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Lowry. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Screened by Ibaka. Tries from 10. A second chance effort. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Well, Jonas Valanciunas has the instincts, the size, and the smarts to go ahead and take advantage of those missed shots and create them into points.
And Valanciunas out of Lithuania, the 5th overall pick back in 2011.
Yeah, he's still quite young. You know, a lot of talent offensively. Defensively, he's probably had less of an impact, but that's where he has to take the next step.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Valanciunas. Doris, with the NBA draft becoming of greater interest to the casual fan, plenty of household names making big splashes. But who are some of the young players, as you take a look at the list, on the rise who have done it rather quietly, maybe without the headlines?
I think you'd have to look at a player like Domantas Sabonis. Sabonis, of course, the son of the great Arvydas Sabonis, has been around the game from the time he was born. And I think what you see with Domantas is this incredible feel for the game. Shot making, play making, rebounding ability, exceptional within the context of a system. I'd say quietly Sabonis is going to be a tremendous player.
I saw a lot of Clint Capella down at Houston in the playoffs last year. He comes to mind as well.
That's a great point. Guy runs the floor hard. He's the perfect foil for James Harden in the screen and roll action. That's another great example, Kev.
Forbes dishes to Parker. That three off the mark. And the call will be against LaMarcus Aldridge. That'll be his second foul of the game. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Toronto. Raptors trail by 5. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Back to Lowry. Dishes to Miles. Passes to Ibaka. Over Aldridge. And the shot falls short this time.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, the Spurs have never been the flashy team in the NBA. Tony Parker said beautiful basketball is playing the right way. Ball movement, pure, beautiful basketball is the way we've played. You have all sorts of fans, and there should be something for everybody. Kevin, he told me a long time ago, if we were in New York, people would love us.
And during Popovich's time in San Antonio, the Spurs have always played together, D.A. Got to respect their team-first approach to the game.
You know, they're trying to battle back, but he's missing shots this period.
Parker kicks to Aldridge. Here is Forbes, defended by Miles. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. The Spurs shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. That's good from Forbes. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Raptors trail by 7. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And he makes the bucket through contact and gets the whistle too.
Well, not to be denied, right? Jonas Valanciunas takes a hit and still finishes through contact. Well, the Lithuanian 7-footer Jonas Valanciunas, very effective scoring at the rim. He can get you buckets on the low block. He's an excellent finisher in the pick and rolls. A lot to like about this guy.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Valanciunas. And Valanciunas, a tremendous offensive rebound.
And that's important, Kevin, because so much of their offense flows through that tremendously talented backcourt. If Valanciunas wants more touches, he's got to go and create them.
Here is Forbes. There's the dish to Aldridge. And Forbes kicks to Bertans. Hangs in the air. In deep. Aldridge drops it in. Aldridge has got 12 in the game.
And now this game is becoming a showcase for Aldridge. He's been out of control, a one-man team. Now it's just a matter of getting him the ball and getting out of his way.
Now here's Wright. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Second chance shot. Shot's good by Ibaka.
I have always loved the intensity with which Serge Ibaka plays, especially on the glass. He understands how to use his length.
Here's Aldridge. 12 points for him. Aldridge double-teamed, trying to find Parker. He's got it now. Here's Bertans, guarded by Valanciunas. Aldridge a screen. Here's Bertans, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. Doris, you've watched the game of basketball develop over the years, but it seems like over the past 5 seasons, there's been a real shift in what is considered a good shot. Talk about that if you could.
Well, there was a moment in last year's finals where Steph Curry is leading a transition opportunity where it's a 3-on-2, and normally you're taught, go get a layup. Well, Steph had Kevin Durant in front of him, and instead of passing to KD, he stops and shoots a pull-up 3. The three-pointer and playing with pace are the most extreme differences in this year's NBA.
The pull-up 3 really took a lot of focus, I thought, this past playoff season, didn't you?
Oh, I agree. And it's incredible the freedom that these guys have to go ahead and pull the trigger. Now, whether that's analytics-based, Kevin, or whether it's just the skill level changing of the players, that's an interesting question.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Pirtle comes in for Valanciunas, and DeMar DeRozan subbed in for Wright. And the second free throw, good. So it's Toronto now, trailing by 5. DeRozan passes to Pirtle. Ibaka sets the pick for Miles. 11 feet away with the second effort, and it's laid in by Ibaka. Ibaka's got 9.
Well, you love Serge Ibaka's shot selection, especially inside where he's so efficient.
Feeds to Mills. Pass to Laverne. Shoots over Pirtle. Here's Gasol. Back to Mills. From deep. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Pirtle sets the pick for Lowry. There's the pass to Pirtle. Laverne with the steal. Bertans kicks to Laverne. Now here's Mills. 6 points for him. To the middle. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Ibaka. At the top of the key, Lowry. Out to Ibaka. Outside DeRozan. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. And here is Ibaka. 9 points in the game so far. And that one, good. 13 points for DeMar DeRozan.
Well, the low post play of DeMar DeRozan is starting to demand some attention. This guy is so well-rounded offensively.
Gasol a screen. Mills dishes to Laverne. Shoots over Pirtle. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Jakob Pirtle. The Spurs have shot 6 of 7 at the line. And he makes the first. The Raptors making a switch here. Siakam's checked in, and San Antonio with the change here too. Murray's checked in for Bertans. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Raptors trail by 3. Lowry kicks to DeRozan. Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
Well, what a terrific game for DeMar DeRozan. He has been more than a handful for this defense.
Now here's Murray. DeRozan defending. Burn up top. The feed to Forbes. Clock at 6. Now here's Mills. He's guarded close, and it comes off the front of the rim.
Boy, what a tough night. Imagine what their lead would be if he were having a better night from the field.
And it's blocked. Now here's Murray. DeRozan defending. And Mills kicks to Laverne. Pass to Murray. He dishes it to Forbes. Now here's Mills. He's covered closely. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
I'll tell you, he's been dry from three-point range in the second quarter after hitting one in the first.
DeRozan passes to Pirtle. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. Pirtle's got the lead up to 1 now for Toronto. San Antonio's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let them fly. Gasol dishes to Murray. Lets a floater go. And Pirtle pulls it down. Toronto's gone 0 of 2 from deep here in the second. Right side Lowry. Back to DeRozan. To the inside. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. DeLon Wright, he's checked in for Kyle Lowry. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for the Spurs. Now here's Mills, guarded by Wright. And Mills kicks to Forbes. Gasol a screen. Pirtle with the steal. Here is Miles, covered by Mills. Here's Wright. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got his third rebound tonight. 1:41 left now here in the second. Aldridge with a screen on Wright. Knocked away. Pirtle with the steal. And Wright kicks to Miles. Wright the pass to Miles. Wright sets a screen. Dishes it to DeRozan. Over Murray. Rebounded by the Spurs. Aldridge has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Now Murray. Kicks it to Aldridge. It's stolen by DeRozan. A wide open look here for Wright. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. DeRozan's got 3 assists tonight. And Mills kicks to Gasol. They need this one. That one's good, and the Raptor lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from LaMarcus Aldridge.
And what about the way Gasol sees the floor? So gifted at whipping the ball all over to the open man.
Now here's Miles. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Here's DeRozan. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a 3-point play.
Well, he's kept them in balance tonight. This guy's shooting has put them in front.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one. Bertanis, he's checked in for San Antonio.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
That's good from DeMar DeRozan.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Mills dishes to Gasol. Murray the pass to Mills. No good from outside. Raptors leading by 4. Outside DeRozan. There's 14 seconds left in the second quarter. There's the pick. And Wright kicks to Miles. Clock at 6. Fires from 14. And DeMar DeRozan the bucket on the assist from Miles. 20 points for DeMar DeRozan.
That area, Kev, that in-between game between the post and three-point line, that's where players like DeMar make their living.
And so that's the end of the first half. It's the Raptors as they end the second quarter on a 20-7 run. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Greg Popovich. Pop, what do you think was the main issue during the first half?
We didn't make shots.
Thank you for that insightful analysis, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime
Hey, everybody.
Show.
Ernie Johnson, joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports.
Been working out.
DeMar DeRozan brought his A game early tonight. He had 20 points, 3 steals, and 3 rebounds. And taking a look at the Raptors, Kenny, what did you see out there?
What impressed me and continues to impress me is how much DeRozan has improved. A volume shooter who maintains efficiency with a high free throw rate and tremendous in isolation. Not many guys can stop him one-on-one, and we saw that in the first half.
Shaq, let's get your thoughts on San Antonio.
Way too many turnovers, Ernie. I understand pushing the action, trying to make things happen, but you gotta be under control. Forced turnovers are one thing. Being completely careless is another. At least they have another half of basketball to improve.
And now, folks, just moments away from the start of the third quarter.
We return now to Toronto with a fantastic look at sunset at the downtown skyline of Toronto, Ontario. Wow, what a great view. And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Toronto leading by 6. On the court right now for the Spurs. Aldridge is at the 4 with Gasol at the 5. Parker and Green are the guard set. And it's Anderson in at the small forward position. Passes it to Anunoby. Shot clock at 6. Outside DeRozan. From deep. Tries again. No good from Valanciunas.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Parker kicks to Gasol. There's the dish to Anderson. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Anderson's got the first basket of the third quarter for San Antonio. And Danny Green, undrafted out of North Carolina. He's been a linchpin of the Spurs' great defense over his career.
You know, 6'6" with that 6'10" wingspan. This is a guy that can block shots like a big man, guards 3 positions, and one of the guys that we call the prototype when you talk about that 3 and D wing player.
Here's DeRozan, and they double up DeRozan. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by DeRozan.
Well, he's obviously anticipating different movement there, and instead of an easy connection, the pass sails straight into the front row.
Spurs trail by 3. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Lays it in off the breakaway. Lowry's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, after missing their first 3 shots, they finally get one to go in this half.
And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball. Good looking screen by Gasol. Lob pass to Gasol. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Here's Anunoby, defended by Anderson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Screened by Valanciunas. Here's Anunoby, and it's sent back by Aldridge.
Tough start to the second half, just 1 for 5. Wow.
And the foul called on Danny Green. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Outside DeRozan. He kicks it to Lowry. To the wing on the left. Anunoby passes to Valanciunas. Over Aldridge. Aldridge with some nice D.
And guys, this has got to be more of a team effort. Right now, he's playing all for himself.
Parker with it. Lowry picks him up. Parker dishes to Aldridge. Aldridge double teamed. 4 on the shot clock. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
Well, that's an example of two teammates on a different page. They're both looking at each other like, hey, what was going on there?
Toronto leading by 3. Here's DeRozan. The rebound by Anderson. He feeds it to Parker. Aldridge a screen. Parker against Ibaka. Here's Aldridge. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got 4 assists in the game. DeRozan passes to Anunoby. Screened by Valanciunas. Now on the play, basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
Well, Kevin, even with a defender in his grill, Valanciunas makes it look easy at times in the low box. Yes, sir.
The Raptors have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
The free throw drops for Valanciunas.
Well, Kevin, the 5th overall pick back in 2011, Valanciunas has worked so hard to improve his entire game. I'll tell you, it's paid off, Kevin. He can impact a game in a lot of different ways.
That one's good, and the Raptor lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Gasol.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
Right. The effort could have been so much better. You've got to be willing to fight through that screen. There's no question about it.
Lowry kicks to Ibaka. Feeds to DeRozan. Sinks the triple. DeRozan's got 23.
Boy, firing the jumper as soon as he receives the pass. DeRozan doesn't give the defender any time to react.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Spurs' Greg Popovich talked about developing players. He said, our method is usually tough love. I don't think coddling works, and beating them to death mentally doesn't work either. You give them a clear picture of what's demanded, show care, understand what makes them tick. If that doesn't get through, you get rid of them. Kevin?
And the military background of Popovich plays a part in this way of thinking, David. It's why the Spurs have been so successful for so many years. They set the pick. Back to Ibaka. Bank shot, no good. Spurs trail by 5. The drive by Green, count it. Green's got 7.
Boy, what touch. You know, a lot of guys don't have the kind of feel necessary to make the floater.
Lowry kicks to Valanciunas. And the dunk by DeRozan.
Boy, that play developed just the way they wanted, and Valanciunas made sure they got the bucket. What a tremendous pass.
Parker dishes to Green. Aldridge a screen. Green kicks to Aldridge. Now here's Anderson, guarded closely. Offensive rebound, Spurs. It's stolen by Valanciunas. 16 feet away, and DeRozan with the basket on the assist by Lowry. Lowry's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Spurs trail by 7. Aldridge a screen. Parker passes to Aldridge. Aldridge double teamed. And so here's Toronto. Gasol dishes to Anderson. Aldridge a screen. Anderson against DeRozan. Parker kicks to Aldridge. Back to Parker. 5 to shoot. Makes it off the glass.
And when you give Parker room to work his magic down inside, he knows how to finish with style.
Lowry passes to Valanciunas, and the foul called on Danny Green. That's foul number 2 for him.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
DeJounte Murray, he's checked in for Green. Here's Lowry. Oh, the lob to DeRozan, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lowry.
Well, he's obviously anticipating different movement there, and instead of an easy connection, the pass sails straight into the front row.
Spurs trail by 5. Aldridge a screen. Parker with it. Lowry picks him up, and he lays in the alley-oop.
Just a great playmaking sequence by Parker there, coming away with the assist.
Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. There's the pick. Pass to Anunoby. Inside. And the basket by DeRozan. DeRozan's got 29 in the game.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Anderson outside, and the pass to Parker. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Parker. Over Lowry. Another miss by Parker. Raptors leading by 5. DeRozan with it. He has 29. Outside Lowry. The feed to Valanciunas. And no good that time. And San Antonio will go the other way with it.
He's trying to make something happen, but obviously been a tough quarter.
Aldridge with a screen on Lowry. Parker kicks to Aldridge. And the dunk by Aldridge.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Yeah, with the score this tight, someone has to come over and take the charge, or at least contest the shot.
And the Raptors call time here. Some changes for Toronto. Pirtle, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Pascal Siakam comes in for Serge Ibaka. And it's Wright in for Kyle Lowry. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Mills is checked in. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Toronto. And San Antonio also making a switch. Berton is checked in. Spurs trail by 3. Here's Mills. He has 6. Aldridge dishes to Mills. He nails it, and we're tied up. Mills has got 9 points.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Pass to Siakam. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wright.
Well, that's an example of 2 teammates on a different page. They're both looking at each other like, hey, what was going on there?
San Antonio's gone into the 3-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Now here's Murray. Aldridge a screen. And here's Mills for the lead. Another shot. Aldridge, the pass to Mills. That puts them in the lead. Mills has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Siakam kicks to DeRozan. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Anderson. Murray with it. Now guarded by DeRozan. Mills banked in off the glass. And now a 4-point Spurs lead.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Now, Wright. They set the pick. He dishes it to Miles. Kicks it to DeRozan. To stop the run, he lays it in. DeRozan's got 31.
Boy, his marksmanship has been unbelievable this quarter, and they're still down.
Aldridge with a screen on Wright. And Mills kicks to Aldridge. To the inside. Here's Anderson. Good, and Aldridge gets the assist. Anderson's got 5 now.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
We've got 1:48 left here in the third quarter. 4 on the clock. Stolen by Anderson. And now the fast break Anderson with the ball and finished off by Anderson.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
Wright dishes to DeRozan. It's deflected.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
They get the rebound. Aldridge kicks to Bertans. Mills passes to Anderson. There's the screen. Dishes to Murray. Aldridge a screen. There's 57 seconds left in the third. Second shot opportunity. It's deflected and stolen by Murray. Back to Anderson. Puts up a 3. Anderson can't get that one to fall. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
And they double up DeRozan, and stolen by Aldridge. 30 seconds left in the third. Murray dishes to Mills. Passes it to Aldridge. Here's Bertans. 6 to shoot. Here's Murray. He can't get that one.
On a pretty good day for them so far, his shooting has been one of the tough spots.
There's the 3, and it's C.J. Miles with the 3. Miles has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, this is where C.J. Miles has made his bones as an NBA player, right? We know he can make long-distance shots, spacing the defense.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Spurs out in front as they end the third quarter with a tremendous 17-7 run. We'll be back shortly live from the Air Canada Centre in downtown Toronto. A chance now to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team just moments ago.
Let's play even smarter and make sure we play harder than them. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Defense.
Mentally, physically, Greg Popovich wants each guy to try and elevate his game.
Yeah, a lot of that starts on the defensive end. That's where the tone is set. It literally ripples through everything else they do.
All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. DeRozan out there with Wright. Then there's Pirtle. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Siakam in at the 4 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Raptors trail by 3. And Wright kicks to DeRozan. Goes back up. Siakam, good. Siakam's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Toronto.
And you can just see by the way he fought for the putback that he still got a lot of gas in the tank.
And doing that kind of dirty work down low makes a huge difference in a game this close. What a play on the offensive glass.
They set the pick. Bertans kicks to Murray. Shoots over DeRozan. Murray, no good.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
The shot by Powell, no good.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
Well, we call that crowding the shooter, right? You don't give up an inch. It's just perfect defense.
Mills with it. Now right defending. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And they double up DeRozan, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
Well, just loses his head for a moment. That's not overthinking. That's just not thinking.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Mills passes to Murray. Pass to Bertans. And the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That is his first foul of the game. Mills dishes to Murray.
That's the defense of DeMar DeRozan getting the job done, showing he can be effective as a two-way player.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And the first ever NBA player out of Austria, Jakob Poeltl, the 9th overall pick back in 2016.
And remember, he was the Pac-12 Player of the Year as a sophomore at Utah. This guy's 7'1", pretty good athlete. Still adding strength, though, to bang bodies at the NBA level.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
So twice, right, Kevin? DeMar DeRozan's been a member of the United States national team, the 2014 World Cup, Rio Olympics, both golds. Pretty good start for him.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1.
I think it's best to avoid putting this guy at the line if possible, but that's obviously easier said than done.
And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession.
Well, that's just taking your eyes off the target before releasing the pass. Very careless.
The Spurs making a switch here. Aldridge is checked in. The Raptors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Outside DeRozan. Powell with it. Back to DeRozan, and stolen by Murray. Shoots from 12. And DeMar DeRozan pulls it down. DeRozan's got 3 rebounds now in this one. The dish to Wright. The pass to Siakam. Back to Wright. He kicks to DeRozan. 6 on the shot clock, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. Spurs have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. And Mills kicks to Murray. Aldridge a screen. Murray, the pass to Aldridge. Shoots over Poeltl. Poeltl with the steal. And DeRozan kicks to Powell. He feeds it to Wright. On the wing, DeRozan. Raptors moving the ball around. And they double up DeRozan. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by DeRozan.
Ouch. Ouch, that's a wasted possession. Got to shake it off and forget it happened, guys.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And Mills kicks to Bertans, feeds to Murray. Pass to Aldridge. 6 on the shot clock, and that's going to be a travel.
And we've just seen them make mistakes on back-to-back trips. Both those turnovers could have been avoided.
Raptors with the lead. Here's Powell. There's the feed to Pirtle. Back to Powell. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second.
Well, they should be looking at a 3-point lead. Hopefully for them, that miss won't cost them.
And Mills kicks to Bertans. He dishes it to Murray. The game now all time.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
There's a screen. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And Toronto making a change here. Miles is checked in. And San Antonio also making a switch. Forbes checked in. And Wright kicks to Miles. Back to Wright. Pass to Siakam. Dishes it to Miles. Just 4 to shoot. He gets it in there. And the Raptors lead by 2.
Well, with big hands and nice touch, Pirtle knows how to finish in the post. This guy has a lot in his arsenal.
Kicks to Murray. Aldridge with a screen on DeRozan. It's stolen by DeRozan. Here's Pirtle. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Now it's a 4-point Raptor lead.
Well, Kev, this team loves it when Pirtle can make an impact on the offensive glass. There's a lot of ways he can get his points, but this is an easy one.
It's deflected, and they get it back. Aldridge's shot is good. Raptors have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Now here's DeRozan. Shoots a 3. Marcus Aldridge grabs the miss. Aldridge has got 15 rebounds here tonight. And Mills kicks to Murray. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead.
He had a make from downtown in the first half, but no threes since then.
Wright dishes to DeRozan. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
And he knocks down the first one. Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for DeLon Wright. And San Antonio also making a switch. Green, he's checked in for Murray. Both good from the line that time. Spurs trail by 4. And Mills kicks to Aldridge. Aldridge a screen. Back to Mills. A floater. Got a piece of it. Outside DeRozan. Pass to Lowry. They set the screen. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. And the Raptors lead by 6.
Well, that's just mastery of the lead guard position. Kyle Lowry running the pick and roll to perfection.
Green kicks to Mills. Bertans passes to Mills. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And the Raptors with some changes. Jonas Valanciunas comes in for Pirtle. And it's Ibaka in for Pascal Siakam. San Antonio also making some changes. Pau Gasol's checked in for Davis Bertans. And Parker subbed in for Patty Mills. Aldridge kicks to Green. It's stolen by DeRozan. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
This is, Kevin, to me, a special ability to draw fouls, and that's one of the things that sets DeRozan apart. We see him work these angles, get the call all the time.
The first one falls. Both shots good from the stripe. Spurs trail by 8. And here is Parker. Gasol a screen. Parker outside. Now the dish to Gasol. 6 to shoot. It's not going to go for him. Nice D from Valanciunas. In the corner, Miles with it. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Well over a decade in the NBA for C.J. Miles, taken straight out of high school by the Jazz back in 2005.
And he's just now entering his 30s. A good floor spacer and solid defender at the 2 or 3 spot.
And you might remember, Doris, back when C.J. Miles was playing for the Pacers, they had him lining up at power forward, a tall task for him at 6'6".
Well, no doubt, Kev, but credit him for accepting the challenge. You pay a physical price for that. He's much more effective guarding wings. And fortunately for him, that experiment was pretty short-lived.
San Antonio calls timeout. You gotta like what DeMar DeRozan has done in this game.
And he's just attacking the rim with force here. They need to try and deny him the ball in the paint to keep him away from the basket.
It's a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Greg Popovich talk to his team. No surprise, he was not happy with the turnovers. He told them, we are giving this one away, guys. We've got to be more careful with the ball, play within the offense, and get good open shots. Kevin?
The wherewithal from Gasol there, nailing the shot despite the tough defense all over.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw drops for Gasol.
And Gasol is a guy who can do a multitude of things well. I mean, he scores it, rebounds it, passes it, just an all-around talent.
And Valanciunas kicks to Ibaka, and Gasol sends it back. Green against DeRozan, and there's the pass to Parker. Gasol, a screen on Lowry. Aldridge a screen. Parker kicks to Gasol. Over Valanciunas. It's Gasol missing.
Well, the offense got him the ball in exactly the position they wanted. That's just better defense.
Ibaka right side. Lets the three fly. And it's Ibaka again missing.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Outside Gasol. Good looking screen by Gasol. Parker dishes to Gasol. Back to Parker. Fires the three. Kept alive. Aldridge. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Shooting two.
The free throw drops for Aldridge. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
In the corner, Ibaka with it, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lowry.
Well, just loses his head for a moment. That's not overthinking. That's just not thinking.
Spurs trail by 6. Parker right side. He kicks it to Aldridge. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Shooting two.
First free throw is good. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Raptors leading by 5. To the inside.
He's carried this team to this lead on his back, handling almost all the scoring duties.
San Antonio's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Parker passes to Forbes. Aldridge against Ibaka. And the wide open shot from Green. Again, the miss by the Spurs. In Toronto, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth and even 50%. Lowry kicks to Miles. Valanciunas with a screen on Green. Here's DeRozan. He can't hit that time. Good D by Parker. Spurs trail by 7. On the wing, Green. And right on target. Good.
Exactly the kind of ball movement they're looking for.
Raptors shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that. And DeRozan kicks to Ibaka. He feeds it to Valanciunas. Screen by Ibaka. Lowry has the open look. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Well, that's execution to perfection. Lowry uses the screen and makes it look easy.
Spurs shooting reasonably well, 45%. Parker kicks to Gasol. Feeds it to Green. Spurs passing it around. Aldridge misses.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Well, if he wasn't there, that shot's going in. Love the effort on the defensive end.
Now here's Miles. D right on him. Can't hit from the low block. Spurs trail by 8. Outside, Green. And Forbes kicks to Green. Pass to Parker. It's stolen by Lowry. Miles dishes to Lowry. Valanciunas with a screen on Green. Lowry passes to Valanciunas. Looking to get it going. It's Ibaka. That time on the assist from Valanciunas.
I'll tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Oh, there's no doubt. This crowd is into it, and it's because of how well their guys have played tonight.
.46 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Gasol kicks to Green. The feed to Aldridge. DeRozan against Green. To the middle. Here's Gasol. And too long on the shot.
And so far this quarter, he's been a little off on his game.
Yeah, scoring isn't coming naturally to him right now. Looking a little bit uncomfortable out there.
Knocks it loose. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here. Three-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Shot clock at 6. And DeRozan kicks to Lowry. Here's the floater. He lays it in. And it's a 12-point Toronto lead.
And this is how you close out a game, not taking any chances.
Well, you can't have any room for error late in a game like this, so they put the finishing touches in style. I love how they closed.
And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. DeMar, we know this team has offensive options, but it looks like there's great confidence defensively now.
Yeah, we have to be. That's what we got to do. If we play defense, we know we can score the basketball whenever we want. We just got to get stopped.
Very impressive, DeMar. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.